What's up, Pokemaniacs? I am the Online Orphan, and I am your Season 2 analyst for the Pokemon Ubers League, or PUL for short. And here we are with another draft analysis. And today we are talking about the Seattle Slowpokes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team here. He is starting off with his Uber in Solgaleo. Solgaleo, very hard-hitting physical attacker. Of course, box art legendaries, always hard-hitting Pokemon. That signature move in Sunsteel Strike, very devastating. Of course, hitting very hard with Zen Headbutt and Flare Blitz as well. Solgaleo, just a very hard-hitting Pokemon. He's got the Ash Greninja up next. This thing is such an incredible mixed attacker. You really could see it run as naive or hasty nature every single week with so many different moves, priority moves, physical moves, special moves. Water Shuriken always hitting at least 3 times once he's in Ash Greninja form. It just is an incredibly hard-hitting Pokemon, and again, you never can predict what its set is going to be because it is just such a wide move pool. This thing has elemental punches, of course, Shadow Sneak, Water Shuriken. This thing can set up, I think it's spikes, which is ridiculous. Obviously, Scald, Ice Beam, Extrasensory, Dark Pulse, Gunk Shot, U-Turn. It's disgusting. Ash Greninja is a monster. And pairing very well with that is the Florges pick. And next here, defensive fairy type, of course, can be a cleric or wish user for the team, hitting typically with a Moonblast as its attacking move. But again, defensive fairy typing to go along with the Ash Greninja looks very scary. And once again, another great pairing here, pick with the Crobat. Crobat, a very fast, hard-hitting poison and flying type. That great infiltrator ability, allowing it to hit behind things like substitutes, make it just a nightmare to deal with. Even a defensive black sludge Crobat with things like Defog and Roost are difficult to handle. But Crobat, very great Pokemon, of course, with momentum in U-turn. Cross Poison, hitting very hard as well. Another poison type Pokemon for his team, Poison and Fire, Salazzle. Salazzle is a very hard hitting special attacking mon, very fast Pokemon as well. Has the priority in Fake Out, which is always nice, but typically seen with a Sludge Bomb and Flamethrower or Fire Blast. Can also set up with Nasty Plot, but very frail on the defensive side. So watch out for this thing to come in, hit hard, and to get out of there, much like the Ash Greninja. Pairing it very well, though, with the Seismitoad up next, though. Water and ground type Pokemon, only weak to grass. Seismitoad, a really great defensive and bulky water type for his team with that nice water absorb ability. Of course, can set up Stealth Rocks for him, can throw out a Toxic, can be a physical attacker, special attacker with a decent move pool. So Seismitoad, just a great bulky water type. He's got the Raichu up next, regular Raichu here, or Cantonian Raichu, however you may go about it. This thing has a nice wide move pool, and again can be a mixed attacker, does have Fake Out as well. Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, can turn around with Volt Switch, does get Surf as well on some variants, which is also pretty fun. But Raichu, a nice low tier Pokemon, and a decent speed for an electric type Pokemon as well. Another just disgusting uber Pokemon is that Mega Salamence. Mega Salamence with that Aerialate ability. Hyper Voice is just going to hit incredibly hard. Of course, lots of great special attack move coverage as well. Things like the Draco Meteor, the Flamethrower, the Hydro Pump. This thing is just a hard-hitting nightmare. And speaking of hard-hitting nightmares, here's another one. Hoopa Unbound. My goodness. This team is chock full of offensive threats. Hoopa Unbound can hit so hard on both sides, special or physical. A really great mixed attacker, again, which is so great in Giraffe League format. Stab knockoff, always a great thing to have on the team. Hyperspace Hole and Hyperspace Fury just do a ton of damage on one or the other side. Lots of great coverage options for this thing. A little slow speed tier, I believe, is 80, but again, if this thing gets in and gets off an attack, then something is going to die. Next up, he has got the Buzzwole here. Buzzwole, bug and fighting type Pokemon. Very weak to flying, but really great defenses to pair with its offense. Not very much on the special defensive side, but a decent physical defender. Nice coverage moves as well. Things like poison moves to pair with its leech life and such. Next up is the Decidueye. Decidueye, a great grass and ghost type Pokemon. It does have access to a Defog, priority in Shadow Sneak. Its signature move in Spirit Shackle can trap foes in, which is always nice, and can roost up for recovery. Decidueye, a great lower tier grass type Pokemon. And last but not least, speaking of great low-tier Pokemon, is the Zangoose. Zangoose, another normal belly drum user that can try and set up and sweep, and definitely looking forward to see if it can pull that off at this league here and at any point in the season. So, taking a overall look at this team, once again, there are so many offensive threats here, as you can see. Mega Salamence, Hoopa Unbound, Ash Greninja, Solgaleo, really hard-hitting Mons, a really nice defensive core. Florges, Seismitoad, Decidueye can also be very defensive. Really looking forward to seeing how well this team can take hits, because clearly they can dish it out. The cores look really nice, of course, as well. And again, I think this is certainly one of the teams to beat, because it is going to be hitting so hard every single week. So I hope you guys did enjoy this draft analysis of the Seattle Slowpokes, and if you did, hit that like button down below and check out all the links in the description where you can find everything about the league. I am the Online Orphan, and I am signing out.